Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the new moon in Virgo. So if you are new to my readings, hello and welcome in. It may feel aligned for you to check out my how to get the most out of my readings tutorial video. It'll take you through a deep dive into how to get the most out of what we're doing here. It's not necessary, but the invitation is there for you. For those who are not new, hello and welcome back in. It means a lot for me to have you here. I really enjoy supporting the loved ones that I have in this life, all of the human collective that tunes in. And it's really a great gift to be able to support you this way. So thank you so much for being here. And it's an honor to support you through this beautiful process that's unfolding. So let's talk about new moon energy. The moon becomes new every 28 days. Every time it's in a different place in the sky. So it's in a different astrological sign. So what this means is every month we get to start anew and we get to focus on something different every month. I like to, in my videos, dive deep into where this moon phase really wants us to focus. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about the Virgo energy. Virgo is the archetype of the maiden. It's a very helpful, precise, reliable, analytical, and observant vibration. If you want to learn more about Virgo and how it influences your chart, please check out my Virgo solar readings. Those will help you understand where this energy is in your life and help you expand on that energy in a deeper way. So it's very interesting here that this moon phase is happening in 4 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo. It's a very precise degree point. It's also happening on August 27th at 4:17. There's some interesting things going on with these numbers as well. The most interesting is that 1 plus 7, the 17, equals 8. So you have 4 and then you have an 8. And 8, of course, reduces to 4. And we also have the 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So it's kind of an echoing of that. There's a lot of other little nuances here, but we won't dive into those. I just thought it was really cute how the Virgo energy was like, I'm going to be very precise here. The 4 is a very stable, reliable number as well. So it's very interesting that that's the number that's kind of being highlighted and focused by the Virgo energy. Now, a moon phase typically goes from one new moon to another new moon, unless there's an eclipse, but we'll talk about those when they happen. So for this moon phase, the cycle is from August 27th until September 25th. So the reading that we're doing here, the advice for it is going to be valid for you during that cycle, during that phase. So this is the time frame with which to keep this advice at the forefront of your mind. There's going to be 2 readings for you. We're going to be drawing an affirmation card from the Super Attractor deck, and you're going to get 2 affirmations, most of you. There's 2 different things that the Virgo energy wanted us to look up. I think this is because they want to be very precise and give you very specifically directed affirmations and guidance with how this moon phase is showing up for you. So the 2 things that they want you to be aware of and relate this advice to are, the first one is the degree point that the moon is happening for you. So Virgo, you're looking for this symbol, the M with the little, I look at it as like legs crossed, because the maiden crosses her legs. I don't know, that's how it works in my head. It's at 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So let's stop there. If you do not know how to find where Virgo 4 degrees, 4 minutes happens in your chart, please take a break. Please go ahead and watch my tutorial video for how to find your birth information on astro.com. It's definitely worth diving deep into this information because it'll help you understand how to read your chart, how to interact with my readings moving forward, and it'll just give you a little bit more understanding of the birth chart itself and how it applies to you. If you do not know your birth time, a lot of people stop when they hear that they need their birth time because they don't know it. I have a tutorial video that'll take you through that process. Please go ahead and do that because it's so important for you to be able to work with this information, this blueprint of what was going on in the astrological weather when you first took your breath into this life. Okay, so you're going to be looking for what house Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes occurs in your chart. if you have trouble figuring this out after you've watched that tutorial video, please reach out to me. I will give you some help and assistance. So you're looking for the house that Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes shows up. You're going to watch the tutorial video for that. So if you're not in that video yet, that's fine. All of these introductions are the same. You're going to watch the reading that aligns with the house and aligns with where the moon was when you were born, which sign. So you're looking for this symbol, the moon symbol, on your astrological chart, and you're looking for what sign it was in when you were born. Again, you should be able to understand and find this if you watch that tutorial video. If not, again, you can go ahead and ask questions. All right, my loves, now it's time to dive deeper into your reading. So go ahead and watch the one for your house first, and then go ahead and watch the one for your moon sign second. So this reading is for you if you have Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes in your 10th house, and or if your moon was in the sign of Capricorn when you were born. So let's get into the advice for both of you, the affirmation for both of you, and then I'll kind of separate it as I apply it to those two areas and let you know a little bit more about what that actually means and how that's influencing you in relationship to this affirmation. Yes, yes. Okay. This is the Super Attractor deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. And here's your cards. When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. Ooh, okay. Big message here. So, first things first, spirit and the universe to you might mean a little bit different things, or might be different words here. Like it might be to the care of God, or to the care of Jesus, or the care of Buddha, or to the care of my higher self, or to the care of Archangel Michael, or to the care of Nana Sue. Whatever connection you have here to that caring, nurturing spirit, Mama Gaia, the goddesses, that's the energy you want to focus on surrendering your will to, right? I don't want you to like come up with something that doesn't resonate with you. I want you to find for you what energy, what spiritual vibration, what unconditionally loving being you connect with the most, that you feel comfortable, that actually feels good and right for you to surrender your will to it, so that you can feel in your energy field an ever-present stream of well-being. This is something that I've been practicing in my own personal journey, surrendering my own will to the will of the unconditionally loving energy of the universe. And I have to tell you, I have been feeling this ever-present stream of well-being. And when I'm not feeling that, more often than not, it's because I want something to be happening that's not happening. And then, as I ride that out, I see that what happened is far more aligned for what it is that I truly will than what it is that I thought I was willing in the moment. So, for example, I've been having some technology issues. And every time I have a technology issue, I get really frustrated and I feel really out of alignment with what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know if this is my purpose. Why is this happening? And every time that I find a solution to whatever the problem that's occurring may be, I understand why it happened. I'm so grateful that it happened. My readings have evolved mainly because of the technological issues that I've had. And it's actually made it easier for me, more flowing for me, and I do feel a sense of well-being and being cared for from these kinds of things that really shake me up and frustrate me at first and make me feel deflated and make me feel like then I tap in and I wait for things to play out and I see how it all kind of aligned. So that's part of surrendering our will to a higher power, to an unconditionally loving vibration. Again, we don't want to surrender our wills to anything. It's not, here, let me rephrase that. When you surrender your own will, it really means you're surrendering your own ego. The will of spirit, God, goddess, angels, again, whatever you label it, or however you interact with it, the will of that energy, the unconditionally loving energy, is ultimately the same as your will at its core. But part of your will has its own, part of your ego has its own idea about how to express this will that you both have, we both have, right? And when you surrender that own ego, that like, I know how to get to perfection, I know how to get to heaven, I know how to make this world a better place, if everyone would just listen to me, we'd be great, right? That will, if you surrender that to listen to the guidance of this unconditionally loving energy that has access to the greater picture, that knows the synchronicities, that can help to align you with the right people at the right time, and the finances and the resources can come in, that it's still your will for all of those things to align and for you to be working towards the greater good for all and the greater good for yourself. But your own will, your own idea about how that's supposed to happen is in your way. If you align with the will of your creator, again, whatever you call spirit, this energy of the universe, if you align with the will of that, it's going to guide you in a way more gentle way to the same result. Like, so it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm just going to give up everything that I want, but you're saying, I'm going to focus on the core of what I want. Greater good for all, peace and love, whatever that is. For me, it's definitely those things. I'm going to give up my own ideas on how that's going to happen. And I'm going to surrender those ideas to the universe. And I'm just going to say, universe, guide me. And as I do that, I can feel the energy surrounding me of well-being. I can feel this ever-present stream of being guided, being supported. The synchronicities are coming. And I feel in each moment held, supported, assured. When I'm following my own will and my own ideas, I don't feel safe at all. I don't feel well-being. I feel like I have to keep actively seeking in order to receive. I feel a little overwhelmed. And when I just surrender that stuff to the universe, who I know has my best interests at heart, who I know also wants the best for all my human family, brothers and sisters, the ants, the plants, the animals, the ants too, sure, the insects. I've been relocating insects for a very long time, and I really have come to appreciate them and their presence. So I know that that's Source's will and Spirit's will and my own, and then all the other little wills, the little specifics of how I think it should play out, I just surrender those so that I can really feel guided, held by the universe. The ever-present stream of well-being can flow through me, and I can just float from one beautiful experience to another on my way to the same end goal that I've really been wanting. Hope that makes sense. Feel free to comment if you have questions. We're going to dive in deeper to how this applies to the house alignment, and then we'll dive into how it applies to the moon alignment. So if your moon in Capricorn, scroll ahead to that part of this video, and if your house alignment, stay right here. So this moon, 4 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo, is happening in the 10th house. The 10th house, so all the houses rule the area of your life that the energy is in play. So as the moon is pinging your 10th house, we're pinging the house of ambition. So this is the area of your life that's being lit up right now, that's receiving this new beginning, and especially when it comes to this affirmation. But we'll get to there in a moment. This is the house of ambition, career, society, reputation, power, and influence. So this is how you work. This is how you work, live, and interact in society. This is how other people perceive you. This is how you express your power and your influence. And so it's saying that when I surrender to the will, and when I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. This means in your career, this surrender is wanting to happen. This means in your interactions with society at large, in how you express your power. They're wanting the new moon in Virgo, this deck, your guides are all asking you to surrender your own will in this area to the care of spirit. Surrender your personal ambitions to the greater ambitions of spirit. And again, it's not, they're still going to be the same, right? The will of spirit, the care of spirit still wants the best for you, still wants what's going to fulfill you, feel great for you, still wants you to be able to achieve. But your own personal ideas of how that's going to happen may be in the way of the way that it's naturally meant to unfold. So in that surrender, you allow nature to take over, the spirit, the universe to move through you, and it helps your achieving. It like amplifies it. It gives it a superpower because it's easier for you to accomplish things when you're in that surrender energy and you have that ever-present stream of well-being. Can you imagine what it would be like to have an ever-present stream of well-being in your career? That is what you're being invited into a new experience of this lunar phase. Okay? Comment if you have any questions. Go ahead and watch the video that aligns with your moon alignment. Remember, you don't have to watch the introduction again. Scroll forward to the card reading and then scroll forward to the moon interpretation. All right? Until then, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. All right, moon in Capricorn. So the moon was in Capricorn when you were born. The moon rules your emotions. And so your emotions are most likely to express through the Capricorn archetype. Capricorn archetype is the archetype of the sea goat. You can kind of think of a goat on a mountain taking one step after another, but being very versatile and also being able to go into the water. This is a very patient, ambitious, determined, responsible, and resourceful energy. This is the energy of getting stuff done. And so your emotions really like to achieve things, to get things done, to set a goal and achieve a goal. Like that's very rewarding and fulfilling to your heart. And this affirmation that's coming through is guiding you to surrender some of that emotional ambition to the care of spirit. Because again, your will at the bottom of it all is the same, right? Whatever that is for you, whatever like at the core of your heart, what it is that you truly just want at the simplest essence level. Peace and love, harmony, joy, happiness for the collective, for myself, right? That's really what your ambition is. You're determined for that to happen. But in order for that to happen at this point, you're being invited into a new relationship with spirit. Whatever you call that energy, you're being invited into by your guides, by your support team, into deeper relationship with that, a deeper surrender to the will of that, because that is what's going to give you right now in the moment a feeling of well-being, an ever-present stream of well-being that's going to help propel you towards your ambition of peace and love, harmony, joy. But you're going to feel it right now, and you're going to take steps to see it manifest in the outer world. I hope this makes sense to you. This is like a one step after another kind of energy and vibration. So if you got that faith card, this says one step at a time. This is a double message for you. It was in another reading. So that might be relevant to one of you, not all of you. And this is also patience, right? When we surrender our will to the universe, we are waiting for divine timing. And sometimes divine timing takes a month, takes a year, takes 3 years, right? And so that's also part of this surrender that you're being invited into for the lunar phase of Virgo. I think that's all I have for you, my beautiful moon in Capricorns. Thank you for being here, and as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.